Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, here to review my first film of 2021. So I got the early screener for Skyfire, and this is a film about a volcano which 20 years ago erupted, killing the mother of a young girl and the wife of a scientist. And fast forward 20 years, now there's this resort and amusement park on this island, because that's smart. Somebody was following in the footsteps of Mr. John Hammond and decided to make Jurassic Park. Except instead of dinosaurs, it's a volcano. Because, that's much safer. But this volcano is not supposed to erupt for years. Like 100 years. But guess what? It didn't wait. And chaos ensues. And there's this daughter and father reconnecting after all these years. There's some other storylines thrown in there with some other characters that honestly really aren't that developed. And then there is a ridiculous amount of horrendous CGI, just mayhem going on. And that's kind of Skyfire in a nutshell, this film from director Simon West, who... Here's one of the biggest issues with the film. Simon West, who made Con Air, Expendables 2, two extremely cheeky and just like winking at the camera kind of thriller action movies. You have this movie that tries to play it so straight that certain things happen that become so unintentionally hilarious, it completely takes you out of the movie. There's just setups of like, this volcano must have a brain of its own and like a firing system with how accurate these like firing pieces of rock are coming down and just murking people. There's one particular scene that is so obnoxiously telegraphed and so absurd and specific that I just started laughing out loud, and it's supposed to be this really serious emotional moment, and this movie doesn't know how to handle its tone. It's way too self-serious. It should, like, the way that this is filmed and shot should really be like a cheeky, kind of cheesy disaster movie, but it's playing for like deep emotional impact, like a drama. There are some moments with especially with the daughter and the father, that have some poignant emotional moments, and the performances are really strong from Juki Wong and Hannah Quinlivan, who played this father and daughter, and they really work well together, and they have some strong emotions and great chemistry on screen together. But there's also supposed to be like this big impactful emotional moment at the end, and it's just such a cheesy cliche fake out at the end that you could see it a mile away. And that's the thing, there's so many cliches and obnoxiously telegraphed points in this film that I can never feel really connected to the story. And then the thrills, the CGI in this is so bad, it takes you out of the film so much that you lose all that sense of danger, because like, it doesn't look like they're in danger because nothing around them looks real. It's just really challenging, and there's a lot of logic holes with some of the set pieces and how they get away so easily. And I just felt like this film didn't know how to create its tone and really didn't deliver on anything in particular that it was really going for. And then you have this big mogul played by Jason Isaacs, who's a really charismatic actor, and I enjoy him in most of the films I've seen him in. And his character has such an obnoxious 180 that it feels so unearned, and he's supposed to have this big emotional moment at one point in the film, and it just ends in such a laughably bad way that it just completely took me out of that scene, and some of the dialogue made zero sense. And I don't know if it was lost in the translation or anything, but like, it just didn't make sense. And in the end, this film, I think some people can enjoy the thrills of it and the father-daughter connection, especially with the acting between Wong and Quinlivan. But I felt like this film was a lot of missed opportunities and really a lot of laziness, kind of ripping off other disaster movies and things like Jurassic Park. And in the end, I feel like Skyfire's bit of a misfire. Couldn't resist. There it is. But those are my thoughts on Skyfire. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.